The world our teenagers are growing up in moves at a speed no previous generation has ever experienced. Notifications buzz constantly, music plays in the background, videos auto-start before the last one ends, and social feeds refresh endlessly, always offering something new to grab their attention. For many teens, silence and stillness feel almost foreign, like something to avoid rather than embrace. This constant flood of information and entertainment isn't just a harmless backdrop to their daily lives. It shapes how they think, how they feel, and even how their brains develop. And while some stimulation is healthy, it inspires learning, creativity, and social connection. The relentless pace and volume of today's inputs are pushing many teens beyond what their minds and emotions can handle. Parents and educators often notice the signs. Shorter attention spans, difficulty focusing on anything for more than a few minutes, restlessness, irritability, and an almost compulsive need to check a phone or open a new tab. Even downtime is rarely truly restful. It's filled with scrolling, gaming, or streaming, leaving little room for deep reflection or recovery. The reality is, overstimulation has become the default setting of modern adolescence. And without conscious awareness and balance, it can silently chip away at emotional stability, mental clarity, and healthy development. Recognizing this isn't about fear-mongering. It's about understanding the environment our teens are navigating so we can help them build the resilience and boundaries they need to thrive. Overstimulation happens when the brain is bombarded with more sensory, emotional, or informational input than it can process in a healthy way. This isn't just about being busy or distracted. It's a state where the nervous system is constantly on high alert, making it harder to think clearly, regulate emotions, and stay present. For teenagers, the sources of overstimulation are everywhere. Digital overload, endless scrolling, rapid-fire short videos, push notifications, and video games with fast-changing graphics and constant rewards. Academic pressure, packed schedules, intense extracurricular activities, and the expectation to excel in every area. Social intensity, group chats buzzing 24/7, the pressure to respond instantly, and the emotional highs and lows of online interactions. Environmental noise, crowded classrooms, loud music, background chatter, and urban sounds that never fully fade. The teenage brain is still developing, especially the prefrontal cortex, which controls decision-making, emotional regulation, and impulse control. When it's under constant strain from too much input, the brain often shifts into survival mode. This can look like emotional outbursts, zoning out, or avoiding tasks that require focus. It's important to understand that overstimulation doesn't only happen during big events or extreme stress. For many teens, it's a low-level, constant state that becomes so normal they don't even realize how much it's affecting them, until exhaustion, burnout, or anxiety starts to show up. When a teenager's brain is constantly processing too much input, the effects go far beyond temporary tiredness or irritability. Over time, overstimulation can directly influence the way their brain develops, shaping emotional, social, and cognitive skills. 1. Emotional regulation problems. Chronic overstimulation keeps the nervous system in a heightened state, making it harder for teens to calm down after stress. This can lead to frequent mood swings, irritability, or feeling overwhelmed by small challenges. Over time, they may become more reactive, struggling to pause and think before responding. 2. Reduced attention span. When the brain is used to rapid, high-intensity input, like short videos or fast-paced games, it becomes harder to stay engaged with slower, deeper tasks such as reading, problem-solving, or having meaningful conversations. Teens may start to feel bored quickly, even with activities they once enjoyed. 3. Impaired social skills. Social media and constant messaging can create the illusion of connection while actually reducing the depth of real-life relationships. Teens might struggle with in-person communication, reading facial expressions, or handling conflicts without a screen to mediate. 4. Sleep disruption. Exposure to screens late at night, combined with a restless mind, can interfere with the body's natural sleep cycles. Poor sleep then worsens mood regulation, memory, and learning capacity. 5. Increased anxiety and burnout risk. A nervous system that never truly rests is more vulnerable to chronic stress conditions, anxiety disorders, and even depression. For some teens, this constant mental load leads to emotional burnout before adulthood. Understanding these consequences is the first step toward making intentional changes, both in the environment and in daily habits, to protect a teenager's long-term mental health and developmental potential. Catching the early signs of overstimulation can prevent long-term damage to a teenager's emotional and cognitive well-being. The challenge is that many of these symptoms are subtle at first and can easily be mistaken for normal teen behavior. Here's what to look for. 1. Constant restlessness. If your teen struggles to sit still, fidgets excessively, or always needs to be doing something, especially involving a screen, it may be their brain signaling sensory overload. 2. Irritability over small things. Overstimulation lowers patience levels. If minor inconveniences trigger major emotional reactions, it's worth considering whether their environment is overwhelming them. 3. Declining academic performance. Trouble focusing on homework, forgetting assignments, or rushing through tasks can be linked to a brain that's accustomed to short bursts of stimulation instead of sustained attention. 4. Social withdrawal. Teens who feel mentally drained may start avoiding face-to-face interactions, preferring digital communication or complete isolation. 5. Trouble sleeping. Difficulty falling asleep, waking up multiple times during the night, or relying on devices to wind down are strong indicators of overstimulation's impact on the nervous system. 6. Over-reliance on digital distractions. If your teen reaches for a phone or game at every spare moment, especially when feeling bored, sad, or anxious, they may be using technology to mask underlying stress. By observing these behaviors over time, parents and caregivers can begin connecting the dots between daily habits and overstimulation, paving the way for healthier lifestyle adjustments. Helping a teenager manage overstimulation doesn't mean eliminating all forms of stimulation. It's about creating balance. Here are proven strategies. 1. Set boundaries for screen time. Use parental controls or agreed-upon schedules to limit recreational screen use, especially before bedtime. Encourage technology-free meals and short, device breaks throughout the day. 2. Create a calming home environment. Reduce background noise when possible. Turn off the TV when no one is watching, lower music volume, and provide a quiet corner where your teen can decompress without interruptions. 3. Encourage physical activity. Exercise helps reset the nervous system. Activities like walking, yoga, swimming, or team sports channel excess energy and reduce mental tension. 4. Promote face-to-face social interaction. Plan opportunities for your teen to engage in real-world connections, such as family game nights, volunteering, or meeting friends in person instead of online. 5. Teach mindfulness and stress management. Introduce breathing exercises, journaling, or guided meditations to help your teen develop emotional regulation tools for moments of overwhelm. 6. Balance school and leisure. Help them prioritize homework and extracurricular activities without overloading their schedule. Leave intentional empty space in their week to rest and recharge. 7. Lead by example. Teens model their behavior after adults. If you're constantly glued to a screen or always multitasking, they will follow suit. Show them what a balanced lifestyle looks like. These adjustments may feel small at first, but together they can significantly reduce mental strain and improve focus, mood, and resilience over time. In a world overflowing with constant notifications, rapid social media feeds, and relentless demands, teenagers are especially vulnerable to overstimulation. The effects, poor concentration, heightened anxiety, sleep problems, and emotional volatility, are not signs of weakness, but signals that their brains need a break. As parents, our role isn't to shield them from every challenge, but to teach them how to navigate a high-stimulation environment with balance and self-awareness. This means creating spaces of calm, setting healthy boundaries with technology, and encouraging restorative habits that protect their mental and emotional well-being. Remember, small, consistent changes, like unplugging during meals, encouraging outdoor activities, or establishing tech-free hours, can have a powerful impact. These habits not only reduce stress, but also help teens develop lifelong skills for self-regulation and resilience. Ultimately, the goal isn't just to reduce noise in their lives. It's to help them hear their own voice clearly, free from the constant buzz of the outside world.